Hello, I am Nova SC and I'm bringing you a game with me here in the bottom left hand corner, and I'm against, we might as well use the name panels for this, I'm against a guy called Antonioli from this clan, RUW, maybe runs underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So, it's quite a cool clan, quite a cool clan tag, with like little cluster of things. Oh, it's a university. University of something which I can't read because it's spinning, and I'm getting bored already. So, um, I'm bringing you this game just because it's one of the most interesting games that I played of a day. That's that's the only reason. I like to pick out the interesting games, not the ones that I win and I play amazingly, just the ones which are a bit silly. And I remember this being a bit silly because well, actually I don't remember it being silly. I called it interesting. I renamed the replay as interesting so that alerts me in the future. This is 1 week after the game was played. That it was interesting. So if I believe myself from a week ago, then this will be interesting. Otherwise, it might just be ordinary. So we're just both opening gateways. So that's not as interesting as I would hope. I was hoping some sort of maybe forge, some cannon rushing things, because I do get cannon rushed a lot on this map. It does end up resulting in some strange games, often with cannons dotted randomly about my base, me having some sort of a small economic advantage, and then it just transitioning somehow into a normal game. I love the way that happens. Like, it would just end up with a normal late game situation, maybe 5 bases, and there'll just still be cannons like here and here from the beginning of the game. I love that. Anyway, so I'm not scouting, so it doesn't look like I'm doing a tech focused play. If I were to scout early on, that would mean that I'm probably going for some sort of early tech play, because that's the situation when I want to know what my opponent's doing. But it looks like I'm playing economically focused, because in that situation it doesn't matter what the hell my opponent's doing, because I should have the economy to deal with pretty much anything. He's opening with just a zealot and a stalker. Looks like he's a stalker would imply that he's poking, and he let this zealot finish, so it would imply some sort of aggression, and he's chrono boosting his warp gate, so it looks like he's going for something aggressive. Yes, 3 gate pressure. Maybe is he going for 4 gate? I wouldn't have thought it'd be a 4 gate, because if it's a 4 gate, 4 gates usually result in games being either really one-sidedly won by me, or either really one-sidedly won by my opponent. So they're not interesting, those games. So I would imagine this would be some sort of 3 gate pressure. This is his pylon. Okay, he's throwing in a pylon. Luckily I'm blocking that by building a Nexus, so that's going to annoy him a little bit. But I'm happy that I built this Nexus. It doesn't matter. He's invested in all these gateways. Even if I cancel this Nexus, it's not such a bad situation for me, as long as I hold on and keep some sort of pro bleed, which I do have at the moment. So as long as I keep pro bleed, I'm going to be good, even if this does get cancelled. And throw down my Robo. The Robo's fine. That just ensures that I'm going to stay ahead in tech. That's the reason I'm throwing that down. The sentries should be enough for me to hold on, so I'm just going to keep throwing those out. A bit of micro on the Mothership Core, keeping that from running away, because Mothership Cores are stupid and do like to walk out into the middle of the road and get hit by buses and such, even though they're flying. Now I'm throwing down my few extra gateways. That's just in time for the warp gate to finish. That's going to ensure that I survive those 3 gateways. Oh, a bit late on the force field. Bit late. Oh, I don't have a force field. Oh dear, that's a bit scary. Didn't quite. That was just so unfortunate. Just a few seconds out that force field, as you can see. I just had the energy as I threw it down there. Getting the photon overcharge just before the Mothership Core dies, which is pretty helpful. And now this Robo, which I originally got just to keep me ahead in tech, is going to have to keep me alive. I'm going to have to use that to keep me alive by pumping out some immortals to deal with these stalkers. Pumping out lots of stalkers, this guy. Very good against my Zealot Sentry, considering the terrain is even. He's now going to focus down my Nexus, which was probably the wrong idea, because yeah, this is going to happen. Unfortunate for him. He doesn't need to kill this because he can easily kill that off once he's sure that he can't do any more damage on my main. So there wasn't really much need. Now he's warping in units to die. That is a bit of a shame again. Oh dear, oh dear. He didn't do much damage there at all. He's going to finish off this Nexus, however. Units are looking even, so he's not too far behind in workers. But he's fallen behind in tech. Has he added on any more tech production? No, he hasn't added on. He's actually added on a 4th gateway, so he's committing even more to this aggression. And I'm actually going to be forced to pull all my probes here. And the reason I did this was actually because I could have held this with probably my morsel, but I wanted to keep my morsel alive really badly. Because against that many stalkers, he could focus down my immortal. I'm not sure if it was the best idea to pull all my probes. Probably could have pulled just a few of them and keep that immortal alive. But I have successfully held here, and all of his units are dead, and I've repelled. And I may even keep this Nexus because he hasn't killed it. What the hell? This is insane. What? He didn't kill it. That was on like 5 HP. It was on 2 HP. He didn't kill it. What the hell? Just attack with the zealots, man. What? That's crazy. Okay, I'm way behind in workers though. But I can catch up with all these chrono boosts and constantly produce. If I constantly produce out of this these Nexuses, I'm gonna have to stay. Oh, I'm gonna have to play this out very well because I am way behind in workers here. I either have to play this out very well or he has to play it out very badly, which he is. He should definitely be expanding after dealing this much damage. Oh my god. In hindsight, pulling that many probes was a bad idea. I probably should just pull a few to distract the fire away from my mortals, but oh my god. Oh my god. He's just playing. No! A 5th gateway! He's pulling a 5th gateway and a Twilight Council instead of a Nexus. He needs to be exploiting the economic advantage he's got here, and he does not need to be producing units because he is not going to win. Even if he invests all this money and does an extra all-in, he might win with an all-in, but I have a tech advantage. I have sentries building up energy. I have the advantage I get from Mothership Core. This is not looking good for him, and I may even catch up. I've caught up in probes already because of my Chrono Boost and 2 Nexuses. It's not looking good for him at all. Extra morsel coming on its way. I didn't realise how shockingly close this game was. I'm now scout with a Phoenix. See that there's no base, I think. I'm pretty sure I saw that there was no base there. And dear me, he's getting charged, he's getting a DT, so he's going for a Zealot Archon all-in, but I scout it out completely. I just scout out the Dark Shrine. I score that the Twilight Council was researching and likely to be charged. Not sure if I saw those Zealots yet, but yeah, I'm getting my own Twilight Council now. I'm getting myself Immortals. I really should be getting an Observer. I think I did see that was a... Let me have a look. Oh, I already have an Observer. That would explain it. Yeah, so I already have an Observer. I'm well equipped to dealing with DTs. This I'm all in. I get a pylon at the front, and I do that so that I can start walling off. With a wall off, Zealots can't really... an all-in with Zealots just can't really do anything at all. Wall off with Immortals and Stalkers, or any ranged unit really, is just going to be really effective. And he's just a few too many Zealots at the moment. I probably could have tried and defended that, but yeah, it seemed a bit risky. Just Immortals and Sentries aren't too good against Zealots. If I had a bit more beef, if I had a few Zealots myself, that would have made a lot of difference, and I would have been able to defend. But that would have been a bad trade for me. Even if I'd have defended there, I probably would have lost an Immortal or two, which is not worth it at all, because they are so much more valuable than Zealots. Throwing down another pylon. I should be way ahead in probes. I am way ahead in probes now. Yes, I am. I've stopped them quite rightly because I don't have a Nexus. Stopped producing them. He's producing Archons. He only has a few because he's on one base. This is why so Archon, these sort of attacks aren't very good, especially when it's so late in the game. Can be good if he opened with this sort of push before any of that 3-gate progression. It could have done a lot more damage, but as you can see, I have I have just so many sentries. I have morsels. I have more than enough force fields to deal with this. He's going to be knocking down my force fields, but I just have so many force fields. I can just make layers of force fields, and he's not going to be able to get off of those zealots at all. Making more zealots. He really should have expanded a long time ago. Maybe he was just not comfortable. He's not comfortable in the late game which would make sense. Somehow a DT gets in, even though I have an observer sitting here. Must have just missed the the pylon here. I missed the DT coming in, and that's a big mistake by me. Big mistake by me. I was expecting him to warp in his DTs up here, so I'd see them walking in. That's a shame. But I've got the Photon Overcharge down. I've got force fields. I've got nice tight chokes here, made by my building placement. He's going to be taking out some mortals. We should be taking out a mortal lives in 6 HP. Fantastic. I'm out of force fields, but I have more than enough mortals here. I have just a silly amount of mortals now. I'm sitting on 5, 6 ones coming out. He's nothing he can really make at the moment can deal with this many immortals. Archons aren't particularly good against immortals. Zealots are, but I have force fields. I have lots of zealots myself, or I soon will do, and I have just a critical mass of immortals. And all he can really do is make. The only real thing he can do here is make Stargates. Yeah, that's right. He's just going to make some Stargates. Even if you made Zealot, Archon, and Morsel the perfect composition to dealing with what I have here, he's just going to have less units, and it's not going to allow him to beat me. Now I'm throwing in my own Templar Archives to add in Archons myself. Zealot, Archon, Immortal, the perfect PvP mid-game composition at the moment. I'm even going to be able to get Storm for these Stargates, but I don't think I know about those just yet. I don't think. Let's have a look. No, I don't know about the Stargates yet, but I soon will do, surely, if I'm scouting well. Surely I don't need force fields now, so surely I'm going to make a Phoenix. Good God, surely. Surely! Make a force field! Make a... Phoenix, there we go. There we go. Phoenix is going. And he's sitting... Oh, I'm sitting on quite a few gateways now. I'm unlikely to be making many units out of those, because I think I'm fairly safe defensively. Might as well be working on my economic advantage, which I've built up. Because how much longer I've had a second base compared to him. Really want to be not supply blocking myself, which is good. Oh, I'm double the supply at the moment. Looking really nice for me. I think I should be ahead in every way apart from... Yeah, I'm ahead in army, and I'm ahead in economy, but I'm not ahead in tech now because of all these Stargates he's invested in, so... If he gets himself a tech advantage, obviously Void Rays are going to be very good against the composition I have here. If he gets himself that tech advantage up, then he's going to be able to get back into this game. Though I did scout that. Not very responsible checking for my scouting. 1 second. Yeah, I did scout those Stargates, so I'm going to be getting Storm. Yep, Storm coming in, and I'm going to be getting Archons. All my gas is going to go into things which shoot up, obviously. Going to spending all my gas on shooty uppy things, all my minerals on expanding, getting some beefy zealots. But yeah, all focus is going to be on Archon and High Templar at the moment, and excess minerals can expand with. Again, exploiting the fact that I have an economic advantage at the moment. Lots and lots of bases going down. I could upgrade my. I could get myself some upgrades, yeah. I'm using single upgrades though, because I'm sort of scared that I won't have enough anti-air at the moment, so just going for single upgrades. Getting a few cannons of excess minerals. I have loads of minerals left over, so I'm just going to be getting cannons just in case of oracles and things. I don't think he's going to make an oracle though, it seems a bit silly. Yeah. Only 3 Void Rays? He's sitting on 3 Void Rays and he expands! Oh god, what? Oh no, he's trying to do everything at once. He's trying to get an army, he's trying to get tech, he's trying to upgrade, he's trying to expand. This is going to not go well for him. He doesn't have enough... Well, he does have enough probes now, he's sitting good on probes, but he just doesn't have the army now. If I push in, he's just going to have 3 Void Rays. This is crazy. What is he thinking? He's going to have 4 Void Rays? I should realise this in attack pretty soon. Surely attack. Use some of that energy, dude. Oh my god. So the problem here, it looks like I'm way ahead now. But, yeah, if I just leave him sit here, he's got everything he needs now. He's got probes and he's got tech and he's got upgrades. So if I just need to attack and just make sure he dies before he can get there. If he goes Void Rays, the Immortals in my army are going to be useless, and it's just going to be High Templar and Archons. And I've actually let in not very often, but I've actually let someone get away with this sort of thing before, and just gone, well, he can't attack me. I'm just going to expand everywhere. I've done that on Whirlwind, just taken like 8 bases, and to his like 3, and thought, there's no reason to attack. But what you can do in this situation is after you're getting a lot of Void Rays, to enough Void Rays to like negate the units which can't attack up. You can start making carriers, and carriers are going to be really good against the Archons and the Stormers actually. So carriers are going to be really good if he takes up that far. Not sure he's going to do that though. Getting a Templar Archives, a cannon for some reason. Lots of hallucination scouts going down, so I'm going to at last acknowledge that he's been a lot too greedy and gotten only Void Rays at this point. Sitting on only 7 Void Rays. Oh wow. Just 1 DT. His ground army consists of a DT with not much health. Oh my god. Sitting on so many gates as well. This should not be going on so long, and now I'm gonna poke in. There we go. I just see Void Rays and a Mothership Core. And I should be going attack. Oh god. I don't want to let him get away with this. Getting a Dark Shrine myself. Sitting on 4 bases, getting 4 bases. Units now favouring him. Oh no! What? What? Oh, am I gonna let him win? Am I gonna let him win? Don't get. Okay, he's getting more and more Void Rays. This is looking bad, actually. Okay, Warp Prism, what goes in? Oh, I've got a lot of Archons. They're going to be absurdly good against these Void Rays. Fleet Beacon's coming in so we can make carriers. Once he gets carriers out, I'm going to have a hard time actually engaging his Void Rays and staying alive. So I need to attack way before carriers come out. I need to attack like now. Oh my god, he could be making Tempest as well, which can focus down the High Templar, but that's not. I don't think that's quite as good of a play. Now I'm going to attack. At last, I have so many Archons, and I think this attack is going to be good. It could have come a long time ago, but I guess I was just being very cautious. Archons are here, and my army should be almost it's like twice his army. I have twice his army. Now the carriers coming out. No, just more Void Rays. So if he'd gotten carriers a long time ago, it would have been even sillier and even more greedy. But he might have been able to defend us with carriers. It would have been stupid, just like I keep saying. But I'm being really far too passive in this game. I like playing passive, but this is just absurd. Lots of Void Rays. Waiting for the storms to come in. More storms. Yeah, looking really good. Archon's going to be blasting away these guys. Void Rays quite weak units. Knocking down that 3rd, and he's acknowledging that he's been a bit too greedy. But that was the way he needed to play. He was really far behind, and he was only just coming in. He'd had a chance of coming back with these egg units, making Tempest. Probably should be making carriers, like I said. But yeah, pretty good game. I finished that with just a common technique, which is to if you notice your opponent has a slow-moving army, so Mass Void Ray in this case, attack the 2 points which are furthest apart from each other, so the 3rd base and the natural, and you attack the natural with a Warp Prism, big Zealot Warp him. Nothing you can really do about that. The most you can have here is just Zealots, and if he does that, then it's going to be taken away from his main army. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that game. The aggression at the beginning was the most interesting part, obviously, but it was really useful for me to see how much more aggressive I could have been and how close I was to throwing a clearly won game, just because of just deciding not to attack. So that was interesting for me. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you later. Please subscribe if you enjoyed that. Goodbye.